Hey y'all, this is Lydia. This is a general energies check-in for today. And you can also say it's a timeless reading. It's definitely, I can feel it's going to be more centered around this inward facing energy we're feeling right now, especially with us being in the first 10 degrees of Scorpio. That's a very inward focused sort of energy, doubly so because one, we're moving through the first 10 degrees, which are personal any given season. But with Scorpio in particular, Scorpio is a sign that tends to isolate. It's a very deep, private energy. So we might feel for the next few days this need to turn inward, tap into some deep truths within ourselves, come to some clarity about what's being called to be let go of and released so that we can feel more fulfilled in our lives and feel like we feel more balanced and we can navigate our lives in a better way, in a way that's more authentic. That fixed Scorpio energy is very authentic. And Scorpio is concerned with deep truths and the absolute truth. And that's different for everyone. Everyone's truths differ from everyone else's. We cultivate those individually through our experiences, through the lessons and the challenges we go through. So we might feel called to go inward, especially, the next few days, as I said. And it's definitely for us to face whatever challenges are presenting itself, because I'm feeling the shadow is coming forward as well pretty strongly. So the general energies for today are our conscious self is the cave, which is that turning inward energy. It is also this idea of taking a sort of spiritual sabbatical to listen in and tune into messages that we might be receiving. And even if we don't have time to, separate and go into some sort of isolated state, and we have to show up, whether it's family stuff, work stuff, there's definitely this energy, though, still of us receiving messages and perhaps hearing whispers, and these whispers will repeat themselves until we hear them. But in general, we're feeling called to turn inward. We're being urged to look within, to get to the deep truths of, again, how we can move forward in a more fulfilled way, in a more authentic way, and really to be in balance in that way. So our subconscious self, or our hidden helper, is the bear. And the bear deals with coming out of our caves, which is funny. So the main energy for today is the cave, but the subconscious energy is coming out of a cave, coming out of hibernation. And perhaps that's what the messages are. The messages that we're receiving is giving us some clues, giving us some hints on how we can move forward, how we can get out of this energy of feeling like we can't move forward and start actually taking baby steps. But perhaps it's not quite time yet. This is a hidden helper. This is something happening in the background. I'm getting that this energy of, feeling more private, more inward facing is actually serving us so that we can move forward. And whatever is coming up right now to be let go of, whatever challenges we're facing right now, those obstacles we are coming up against is actually for our highest good, and it's to serve us in moving forward. But first we have to really deal with what inside of us, what personal issues might be coming up that is hindering us or keeping us blocked or having us feel like we can't move forward in some way. And the challenge for today is the Wheel of Fortune, allowing the wheel to turn as it will. We can't control it. The wheel turns on its own will. So, the challenge for today is to not be in control, not to be controlling about, okay, perhaps we feel or we want to be propelled forward right now, but really what's going to propel us forward in the most sustainable way in our highest timeline is if we really take the time to listen in and to tune in to what sort of messages are we getting, or what sort of issues are coming up in our internal, soul garden that is asking to be tended to be dealt with, to be healed, to be loved on. And our guide for today is the hyena, which is, a half-hearted energy, can be an energy of having one foot in, one foot out. It could also be an energy of people-pleasing or not taking anything seriously. And the hyena is trying to guide us into moving forward with some intention and being clear on, and honest with ourselves about where we're being half-hearted, perhaps where we avoiding, or where we, playing games with ourselves. The hyena is an energy, especially in the guide position, of trying to get us into really taking our goals seriously, but also knowing what our goals are and really taking that time to tap in and to really get clear on, okay, so this is what I want. This is how I want to get there. What within me is holding me back? What within my own internal landscape is not serving my highest good when it comes to reaching my goals, or when it comes to navigating my life in an easier, more fulfilling way? And the compliment for today is to face the right direction, the Two of Wands. This is the energy of really getting clarity on the direction we want to face, and really taking that time to, understand how we want to get there and step forward sustainably. And this card in this deck in particular deals with our mindset and our mindset moving forward, and really getting our minds straight before we step out of the cave. Because in the background, we are getting ready to step into a kind of spring. Energies are, with all the planets coming direct, for the most part, it's trying to propel us forward. But in the meantime, we're being asked to really be clear on how we want to go forward. Jupiter is at 22 degrees of Aquarius. It'll click to 23 degrees, I believe, November 7th. So this is an extended energy of really allowing these alchemical energies, and allowing space for these alchemical energies to work through us and to work within us. So that when Jupiter clicks to 23 degrees, the story, we can be clear on the story and how we want to move forward and how we want to get there. And the hyena is saying we have unfulfilled goals, we have unfulfilled dreams, and perhaps it's time to consider why we aren't taking those seriously, or what's holding us back from stepping fully in. And again, the hidden helper in the background is inching us forward in baby steps. But really, we're called to go within and to trust that we are being guided forward in a sustainable way. So if we're feeling called to be, inward facing, to be perhaps alone and not so social, really allow this time to be that, and not try to fight it, because we're moving forward regardless, and we're being guided forward regardless. And even if we can't see it, even if this energy is hidden, it's still there, it's still working its magic. So I'm sending love and wishing you well. Bye.